But yeah, this is R2D2, Right to Dream 2. And what it is we came up with that name because everybody has a right to dream. This is the fastest growing population in America, the homeless, with this economy. And it's not getting any better regardless of what they tell us on CNN. It's just not getting any better. So it's going to keep growing. And properly managed, this is the answer. So we've been here since October. The city's finding us about $6 grand a month. Yeah, we don't cost the city anything. What they don't like is we're on private land, so they can't just bulldoze us. We have a lease agreement with the owner. We pay insurance. Operating costs are very high. But our main purpose, one of the biggest problems when you're homeless is sleep deprivation. And you make bad, I mean, we've all needed sleep before and made poor choices. Imagine you need sleep, and Portland has a no sit, no lie. No sit, no lie down law. Whereas you people not being homeless, the cops probably won't mess with you if you go over here and sit down. But they know who the homeless is. As soon as they see one of them sit down, they actually have the legal right to tell them to keep moving. The business owners like us, because we keep a lot of people out of their doorways. We sleep about 100 a night. We're down a little bit now because it's summertime. But we are seeing an extra flow of the women because there are no women visitors. There's one safe place that the women can go to, but it only takes about 30 people. So the women don't have anywhere to go. So we'd like to come in and take a tour?
Yeah.
This is the main women's tent, but if there's more, we have overflow. Here, it looks like it needs to be clean too. And then we have donations. One of the responsibilities to live here is you have to do a minimum of, I think it's 15 hours of security a week, which is perimeter checks the whole block. Watch, there's always somebody at that front gate. And then, as you can see, unlike the media likes to portray homeless people, this is actually very clean for what we're working with. We don't allow it to be any other way. It's just unsanitary. We don't judge people, but what they do outside the fence, we know that we have substance abusers in this population because a lot of people self-medicate, let's face it. So we have that, but we police them in here. We don't allow it in here.
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance.
Drugs and alcohol.
Zero tolerance. Matter of fact, last night there was a rumor that somebody was suited up in one of the tents. We raided the tent. We didn't find anything, so we let it stay. But we raided the tent. We through donations and some fundraisers we've had, we're covering our fines, but we haven't paid them. We give the money to the landowner because we guarantee that we won't let his land get a lien put on it.
Okay.
Our doors are starting to show up in magazines as of this week. We rent the door, we sell the doors, $100. It's actually just a business that pay $500. And you put what you want on it, as long as it's not derogatory. Now that sign up front where it says Dan Salzman's taking food out, the owner put that there.
Okay.
We would have rather had it off to the side because we're still with negotiations with the city. Hopefully we'll have our office up and running soon. One of our issues is we actually got a computer tech guy that lives here, but we want to make sure we filter our content so that there's nobody watching porn and stuff like that on our computers. One, because there might be some here that's against their probation. So we don't want to deal with that issue. Plus, we are not putting them up there for your entertainment. We're putting them up there so that you can look for a job, stay in contact with your family maybe. So far this year, we've gotten 16 people housing. We just got housing for a pregnant female. She was here, she got to her 8th month, and we did some counseling. And we found her some help because you can't have a baby in Oregon and be homeless and keep it. They're just CPS isn't going to allow it. It doesn't matter if you're a good parent and you can provide. They're just not going to allow it. We're not a social service agency, but we're people. We do some social service. We network. So we're getting different people help. We don't know when it's going to end. We have a year lease, but the city, like I said, they're trying to get us out of here. Portland has the CCCB, which I don't remember what that stands for, but they're 7 years into their 10-year plan to end homelessness. They're not doing too well. We go there, they don't like us when we show up. Matter of fact, we got barred from them because there was a lot of media there, and it was reserved. We all reserved the spot. They still didn't let us in because they knew that we were going to raise our hand and put questions to them. We have the answer, or how come you're not doing this, or how come nobody on this board is homeless? How come you're not talking to people who are dealing with the homeless every day? You're talking to people who are housed in nice neighborhoods with nice jobs and nice incomes. They don't have the answer. Bill Gates can't fix this. He can finance it, but he can't fix it because he doesn't know the ins and outs. This is the fastest growing population in America, the homeless, with this economy. And it's not getting any better regardless of what they tell us on CNN. It's just not getting any better. So it's going to keep growing. And properly managed, this is the answer. Maybe get rid of the tents and do the thing like they did with Katrina and put some trailers on. We've had no ODs. We have very little police contact here. Whereas Portland's answer to homelessness, if you keep touring, they have the Bud Clark. They love to show it off. It's a $50 million building. So far this year, there's been 19 ODs that I know of. The police are there multiple times every day. Just last week, there was a hostage situation, and the media didn't even show up. There's so many police at Bud Clark. When they cordoned off the whole block and brought in the SWAT team and everybody, the media didn't even show up because they were probably listening to their scanners and just said, "Oh, it's just Bud Clark." We're the only. We have our own little newsletter. We're the only ones that cover it. It wasn't news. It's Bud Clark. But that's the city's answer to homelessness. And if you walk around, you'll see Central City Concern all the time. All through here. They got offices all over here. They're not helping the homeless. They get these grants to help the homeless, but you don't see any proof that they help them. You just see people trying to get services and being put on waiting lists. Whereas there's enough land around that properly managed, this is the answer. I'm not saying we're the best managers, but this concept is the best answer to get people off the street into shelter. We had one couple that actually slept for 3 days straight.
Wow.
And as far as I know, from that time, they're housed now. They've been off drugs and alcohol. Whatever happened in their life, they brought them here. They went to sleep for 72 hours. We actually woke them up a couple times to make sure they were still alive. And their life got better, supposedly. It looks like it got better. They're inside now, so we helped. But yeah, that's why we're here on this corner. They hate it. The business association will tell you we're great neighbors, but could you please leave? Because we actually keep the sidewalks clean. We police. A couple weeks ago, I was actually involved in that one. Some teenagers were beating up a homeless lady in the doorway just for fun. So we stopped there, got the police on. Police didn't arrest anybody, but gave them a good talking. If it had been me, they'd arrested me. But they were nice little teenagers in miles Mercedes-Benz. But yeah, this is R2D2, Right to Dream 2. And what it is we came up with that name because everybody has a right to dream.